All right. Kindly turn on your cameras, teachers. So if ever later, if I call your name, if there's a problem with your microphone, at least I can see you and know that you are really here. Okay? As early as now, I would like you to make it a habit. If you have coaching sessions or trainings, webinars, your camera should be on. All right. So, good afternoon. I'm Coach Jade, one of the teacher support here, and I'll be facilitating your OB today. First off, congratulations, everybody, for making it here. You're done with your interview. I don't know if it's been a challenging process for all of you, but you're almost there. This is, I think, the second to the last step before you actually conduct your lessons. So, what would happen during your OB? I'll be taking your initial attendance first. Second, we'll be watching a video, three videos. Every video will be having the walkthrough, and then we'll be taking your quiz. Don't click yet take quiz on your candidacy portal. Just make sure that you are already logged in to 51talk.com. Now let's start with your initial attendance. If I call your name, your full name, greet everybody, and introduce your teaching name here in 51 Talk. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, good. So let's start with Bernadette Armigos. Is this Jaud or Haud? Not here. Bernadette, Jaud or Haud? Absent. Carmela Marie Cartujano Santos.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Teacher Mela Calix. Thank you.
Mela again.
Mela Calix.
Halleck. Oh, interesting. Thank you. Daryl Jane Bakayan Bainos. Daryl Jane Bakayan Bainos. Absent. Erwin Dwight Songkaya Naverete. Erwin Dwight Songkaya Naverete. Lauren Palma Habilitado.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Floren Abelitano. Thank you.
What's your teaching name? Sorry.
Floren, ma'am.
Lauren, just Lauren. Okay. Thank you, teacher. Hazel Marie Baroa Villacora.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I am teacher Hazel Roxy.
Hazel Roxy. Janeline Maquinto Bayore. Janeline Maquinto Bayore. Absent. Genevieve Salonga Dionido or Jonido.
Yes. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Genevieve Sally.
Genevieve Sally. Carla Jean Gulchano Boliozos.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Carla Gian.
Carla Gian. Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Is that how you say your second name?
Um, no, ma'am. My full name is Carla Jean Golchano Bolyosos.
Ah, okay. But here you say it as Carla Gian.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Kate Ashley Purigay Uy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am teacher Kate Freya.
Kate Freya. Hold on. Okay. Marjorie Pacho Andres. Marjorie Andres. Absent. Mark Anthony Bitanghol Verzosa.
Present, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. Good afternoon. My name is Teacher Mark
Good
Anthony.
afternoon.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry again. Mark.
My teacher name is Mark Baxton, according to the PDF sent to me.
I see. Oh, thank you, Teacher Mark. By the way, I love your headgear.
Yes, I'm.
Next. Another Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony Tadifa Carvajal. Mark Anthony Carvajal. Absent. Next. Marvin J. Oyasan Somido.
Good afternoon, ma'am, and to all my fellow aspirants. My teaching name is Jay Oliver.
J. Oliver. Thank you. Next. Mary Lou Tubil Camaso.
Hi everyone, I'm Mary Lou Amy. Good afternoon.
Mary Lou Amy. Michelle Vicente. How do you say your surname? Tinao?
Yes, ma'am. Tinaw. Hello, everyone. I'm Mitch Tisa.
Mitch Tiza. Thank you. Roncel
Welcome, ma'am.
Gregorio Calise.
Good afternoon, everyone. My teaching name is Ron Caleb.
Ron Calev. Is it Calev?
Caleb, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Ricanela Faith Taganap Bautista. Ricanela Bautista. Absent. Rolene Glenis Nene Apura.
A pleasant afternoon, everyone. I am Relene Grace.
Rolene Grace. And last but not the least, Stephanie Manalo Tuardon. Hello? Oh, hold on. Let me just mute everybody because I'm not sure if what I'm hearing is in the side of teacher Stephanie. Okay, teacher staff, kindly unmute, please. I can hear just a bit. No, I still can't. Teeny bit. Or is it just on my side? Can you hear her, everyone? Not as well. Teacher stuff, but what I suggest is to replug your headphone or try to plug it in a different port. Yeah, because I can just hear just a bit. So while waiting for teacher staff, can I see those hands whom I did not call? If I did not call you, raise your hand here in MS Teams. Still can't hear you well, teacher. Yeah. Hello? Okay. Oh. All right. This all right, teacher Stephanie. Kindly fix your audio. I'll just call Bernadette. Haud. Is this Haud?
Yan. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, I can. So, just like with everybody else, greet everyone, teacher Bernadette, and introduce your teaching name.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Teacher Bernie Jade. I'm from Bacolod City, Negros Occidental.
All right. Nice to meet you, teacher. Can I hear from teacher Stephanie again?
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. Am I clear
Uh,
now?
it's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, good afternoon, everyone. My teaching name is Staff Anala.
Thank you, teacher. All right. Did I call everybody? Again, if I did not call you, raise your hand here so I could put you on the list, especially if you're just rescheduled for today. I called everyone. Okay. All right. So, next, after the initial attendance, we'll be watching already the video one. Part one is wherein you will know regarding the important tabs that you should be familiar of when it comes to your My Page. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay, good.
Welcome to your onboarding training.
Can you hear it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay.
Yes,
Let me
ma'am.
just call Rachel Andres. Sorry. I think
Mom, it's
she's
Marjorie Andres,
Marjorie.
and then
Mm-hmm.
I did not use
Marjorie.
my real
Okay.
email
Okay.
because I was
Marjorie
struggling to.
Andres.
Oh, yes, mom.
All
Thank you.
right. Okay. Okay. So everybody, let's start. If ever the video freezes, please tell me immediately. Okay. All right. Kindly take down notes as well.
Welcome to your onboarding training. This training has 5 parts. Navigating My Page, using Air Class, completing a lesson, support team and plotting of schedule. Listen attentively and take notes. You will be asked to answer an assessment after each part. Part 1, My Page Navigation. To access My Page, please log into the link to www.51talk.com/ph. We will discuss 7 important tabs on My Page. First, Shift Management, my booking schedule, my contact log, lesson history, my students' feedback, lesson fee summary, and account setting tab. Let's look at Shift Management first. This is where you go to open or close your teaching slots. Plotting of schedule will be discussed in detail later. Next, we have the Booking Schedule tab. This is where you can see your profile. On the What's New part, you get to read about the latest updates, promotions, incentives, and events in 5-1 Talk. Make it a habit to check what's new every day. On the left part of your booking schedule, you'll see the contact information of lesson support. Later in the training, you'll be asked to save their contact numbers and bookmark the link for the support portal so you can easily get a hold of lesson support whenever you need their help. Lastly, you'll see your teaching schedule here on Booking Schedule. This is where you can view your open slots and booked classes. Let's take a closer look at your schedule, which is always presented every 6 days. Your schedule for the day is the one highlighted in orange. This is where you can see your actual class lists. It will show your students' names, schedule, and the type of lesson. Look at the icons on the right side of the slide. VIP is the tagging for newly enrolled students. The angry emoticon means that the student is a refunding student. These students ask for a refund class because they were not satisfied with their previous class. Free trial classes are tagged as new. These are conducted with students who have not yet enrolled with 51 Talk and are given free lessons so they can have a feel of the 51 Talk experience. Young learners are tagged as Kid. Open slots are your teaching slots that are not yet booked by the students. Please note that all teachers are required to open at least 30 peak slots in a cutoff. The first cutoff is every 1st to 15th of the month, and the second cutoff starts from the 16th until the end of the month. Peak slots are from 1800 to 2030 daily. In order for you to know more things regarding your student and prepare for the lesson, you need to access reservation details. Once a student books a class with you, his/her details will be made available to you via the My Booking Schedule tab. What you need to do is to click on your student's name to make the class reservation details appear. This is how the reservation details look like. You will see the following details here: student's name, lesson date and time, lesson memos posted by the student's past teachers. This is your My Students feedback. You can now see your students' specific feedback on your My page. Students can give you a positive feedback, negative feedback, and a complaint. With this initiative, it will help you minimize or even eliminate unsatisfactory lessons by helping you monitor feedback on your own. Please ensure that you do not argue with students or parents. There is a dispute process in place if you need to appeal a specific student feedback. Please take note that arguing a feedback with the student or parent is strictly prohibited. This is the lesson history page. This is where you go to accomplish the student's level assessment and lesson memo. The button for marking the student absent can also be found here. This is the lesson fee summary page. You can find the summary of your earnings, incentives, and penalties here. Take note that the payout is within 10 business days after each cutoff. The Account Setting tab is where you go to update your personal info, upload your bank account details, deadline of which is 3 days before the end of the current cutoff, and upload your valid ID and college diploma. Lastly, we have the contact log. Messages from your coaches and admins, remarks regarding approved or declined requests, and warnings issued for excessive absences can all be found on this page. This is the end of part 1. Your coach will now give you instructions for the assessment.
All right. Before we move on with the walkthrough, I would like to address. Hold on. Hmm. I think it's Janeline Maquinto Bayore. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Okay, good. All right. So let's proceed, everyone. Again, make sure that you are already logged in to 51talk.com and you should be seeing there your candidacy portal. If you're thinking, what is candidacy portal? This one. The one wherein where you can see your OB schedule, my details like my Skype ID. Okay? That one. Now, in your candidacy portal, if you scroll down or at the bottom part, you see there two yellow buttons. The take quiz and what's the other one?
Open slot.
Open slot. Very good. Now, first, I want you to click open slot.
Understood, ma'am.
Done. Okay. Teacher Carmela Murray. Can you describe to everybody what you can see now on your screen upon clicking open slot?
I can see the days here from Monday to Sunday, and also there is time and close.
Okay, right. So I hope you're seeing what teacher Carmela Murray is saying, because you should be. I'll show my screen. Is it visible? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you are already launched, everyone, upon logging in to 51talk.com, you will not be seeing anymore your candidacy portal, but this one, this wallpaper, and this tabs here on the left side. Okay? When will you be launched? After your OB, when you pass your OB, and if you are done already with uploading your requirements. Okay?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. Ma'am, I cannot open the open slot. It says here click on your desired available schedule to open a slot, but there is no
Mm-hmm.
the same.
Oh, can you try to log in again? Clear cache, then log in again, or if it's still not working, use incognito. Okay.
Okay,
If it's
ma'am.
still not working, then I'll raise that concern. Okay. And for now, just look at my screen. Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So what you're seeing now, the schedule there, the word close, that is under shift management. So the first tab that you should know is shift management. Are you seeing this page?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
good. So just want to reiterate what teacher Carmela mentioned. You should see there the dates, the word close, and then the time slots. Now, everyone, I want you to find this X button here. You try to use the outer scroll bar, and then if you cannot see it, use the inner scroll bar. And then you click X. Because if you click X, that would be the time that you would be seeing this scroll bar here. Done? Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay, good.
done.
Ma'am.
Why do you need the scroll bar here? So that you can see October 16 to 31, which means every time that you go to shift management, the dates that you would be seeing here depends on what cutoff is now or currently. So since it's already the second cutoff of October, we'll see here October 16 to 31. If you would like to see the previous cutoff or the next cutoff, that would be the time that you'll be using this button here, previews, and then the next button. Okay? Now, if you look into the time slots, it starts with 00 to 23:30. So here in 5-1 Talk, we would be using the military time. As early as now, you should get use of the 24-hour time. Okay? Or time clock.
Okay.
Let's try. Teacher Marvin J.
Yes, ma'am.
If I would like to open my class for 6 p.m., what
Yes,
time
ma'am.
slot should I open?
1800, ma'am.
Very good. Teacher Ronsel.
Yes, ma'am.
If I would like to open my class for 10:30 p.m., what time slot should I open?
It's 2100.
Not only
Ah,
2100,
sorry,
10:30.
sorry. 10, it's 1830, 2030. Ah, no, no,
Not
no.
just
Wait, ma'am.
2030. Yeah,
Ah, wait,
okay.
wait, ma'am. Wait, ma'am. I cannot see the actual. Oh, wait, ma'am.
Okay. Go. So,
I can.
teacher Marvin J mentioned a while ago, if you would like if I would like to open my 6 p.m., I should open 1800s. So if 1800s is 6 p.m., what is 10:30 p.m.?
Uh, 1800 also, ma'am.
Oh,
From
no,
1800.
just 10:30. So 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30.
730, 28, 8.
So what is 10:30?
Ah, okay. 2130, ma'am.
22.
Ah,
22,
22.
yeah,
30.
22:30.
20 to
Okay,
30.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit challenging at first. It's okay.
Sorry, sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I understand. Okay? That's why because now you need to practice. You need
Yes,
to
ma'am.
be
Thank you.
from You're welcome. So everybody, this is for everybody, okay? Be familiarized of the 24-hour time clock. Next. Hmm. What is our daily peak hours? If you know the answer, raise your hand here. What is our daily peak hours? Yes, teacher Janeline.
From 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. domestic time.
11? Is it 11 p.m.?
At
Can you try to
6
use the 24-hour time?
from 18 to 19, 6 to 7 p.m. in domestic flight.
1800s is correct. Until what time?
Yes,
Yeah, teacher Rolene.
Until 2030, ma'am.
Good. So everybody scroll down and then look for 1800s to 2030 here. That is 6 time slots. If you look at it carefully, it is already highlighted,
yes, ma'am.
yeah, right? Unlike the other hours.
Mm-mm. Yes,
Now,
it's
how many peak hour slots should you open in one cutoff? Yes, teacher Mary Lou.
Hi, ma'am. We have open 30 peak slot every cutoff.
Right. So per cutoff, 30 peak hours. 30. Everyone, I want you to go to October 31, please. Yeah. October 31, Tuesday. Scroll to the peak hours. Here. Don't click anything yet. Now, how can you open and close slot? Easy peasy. October 31, 1800s to 2030. You just need to click closed, submit, click the submit button here, click OK. The page will automatically refresh. Then you check. So now it is opened. Now let's close. Same process. Click opened, submit, and then just click close and abandon incentive opportunity. Then still close. Okay. Then you double check. 1800s should be closed again. Okay? So kindly try on your end if your page is working. It's 2:35. I'll give you 2 minutes. If there's any problem, just address me.
Ma'am, excuse, I cannot scroll
Yes.
I cannot scroll this one, the,
Which one? For you to
uh,
see October 31?
yeah, I
Oh,
cannot see the
okay.
October 31.
First, you look for the X sign there, the X button.
There's no X here.
Can you please share your screen?
Okay, for a while.
Okay.
Shares. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is. So, first choose the outer scroll bar here, the outer. Yeah, and just scroll down just a bit.
Oh,
Yes, that one. Yeah,
close
and
and close.
close.
Okay.
And then you scroll up again a bit. Yes, dear.
Ah,
So you could use the scroll bar. So
okay.
to everyone who cannot see October 31, you should do that. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Yes, teacher Janelin.
Mom, I can't open my slots because it says click on the third available schedule to open a slot.
Mm-hmm. Did you
Because,
try to relog in?
yes, ma'am,
Try
because I
to
was
clear
rescheduled.
cache?
Yes, ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
because I was like
Ah,
rescheduled. Supposed to be till
today.
6 p.m. But
Of
yeah,
6 p.m. Okay, I understand. No worries. So what is
okay.
important
Excuse me,
now,
ma'am.
you know how to open and close slot. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yes,
Excuse
who's
me,
that?
ma'am.
Yes, teacher
It's me,
Michelle.
ma'am. I can still open the open slot, ma'am.
Still same. Did you use
Yes, ma'am.
incognito?
Yes, ma'am.
I see. Okay. Kindly try later. I'll raise that concern. Okay. Just for now, what is
Yes,
important,
ma'am.
you know already how to open and close. If it's working later, let me just address Erwin Dwight Navarrete. Can you hear me, Teacher Irwin?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, done. It's already 2:38. So let's proceed. Now, again, teachers, you open and close slots in the Shift Management tab. Okay? Yan. First
Yes,
tab.
ma'am.
Second tab, let's go to My Booking Schedule. Under this tab, here you can see if you have bookings already or if you have lessons. Okay? When I click My Booking Schedule, a message there will pop up. Teacher Erwin Dwight, can you please read this one?
Zero tolerance policy for strict compliance.
Thank you. So there are topics or subjects that you cannot discuss ever with your students. The three main topics are these. So you just need to read this carefully and thoroughly and refrain from discussing. If your student initiate to discuss this, exert all means so that you could go back to your topic. Decline politely. Because if someone complain you or a coach, trainer, or a quality analyst audited your lesson, seeing you are discussing these ZTP, that is already for service agreement cancellation. Okay? Here. Now, for
Okay.
now, if you see this message, you just need to read and then click I agree. What can you see under my booking schedule? Your picture? Here, just make sure that your picture has white background. You can also listen to your audio recording. I hope you're done with your audio recording,
Yes,
everybody.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Make sure that your pronunciation is good. That is one way for you to get students or to have students. Next, your level, the lessons you needed to upgrade, favorites, and flowers. Next, oh, here, this orange here, SK12, H5, LVS, those are her tagging. Next, in the left side, or sorry, right side rather, you see there the lesson support information. You may save this number. Later, I'll be showing you the other support team. Next, these links here, these are our important reminders. Uh, what else? Announcement, anything that is new. What else? Incentive, current incentive, or promo. So kindly check this once in a while. Let's scroll down. Attendance
Close by
report.
close.
Attendance report. Under attendance report, you'll be seeing here, of course, the number of late, leave, and absences you have, early and late noti. Later, we'll be discussing these further. Part 3, video. Let's scroll down. Now, if you observe, it's like shift management as well. You can see there the dates and the time slots. But what's new, you can see here the number of lessons you have. Example, for teacher Abby Vivi, today she has 4 lessons. You cannot see here the word close. Instead, you'll be seeing here the dash sign. So when your slot is closed, it's not possible for you to have lessons there. You can also see the word open. Let's have an example. Previous dates here, like this one, word open. So sometimes it will not be booked. There are times that you will still receive a lesson or booking. That is what we call sudden booking or sub lessons. You can be subbed or still receive bookings until the 10th minute of the lesson time. Okay, let's go back to October 24. And instead of seeing close, how would you know if you already have bookings? If you see names here. Names here are the names of your student. Okay, Candy, Toby, Allen, comma. I don't know if it's if the student's name, sorry, comma there. Sometimes it will just say their student. Next, let's see what will happen if you click the student's name. If you click the student's name, you'll be redirected to the reservation details. Some information of the student, sometimes not. You would be also seeing there the target words that you'll be teaching. So for this lesson, teacher Abby Vivi would be teaching just two target words, the word sun and hot. If you scroll down more, you'll be seeing here the previous feedback of the student from his or her previous teachers. This could be important for you to know how, example, Candy is like as a student. Next, let's go back here, textbook. If you would like to review or be more prepared for the lesson, you can review the material by clicking this hyperlink here. Still loading. So while waiting, we have three parts of the lesson. First part is the warm-up page. During warm-up, this is where you build rapport, you get to know each other, but don't dwell too much during the warm-up page. Just ask the student's name, and then you may proceed to the presentation stage. Presentation is wherein you introduce the title of the lesson, introduce the target word, sun. Every target word, there would be activities like this. And then the second target word, hot. Then activities again. So as you can see, there's like a teacher guide here. How would you present the material? But this is just a guide. Again, it's up to you. You could have your own strategy or technique how to present the pages. Okay? Yan. Last but not the least, most of the time, if you see we learned, today we learned those phrases, it means you are already in the wrap up stage, the last part of the lesson. During wrap up stage, this is where you recap the target words that you learned and the sentences that you learned or sentence patterns you learned that day. Next, you give feedback. If it's possible, you also involve the parents. And then you say goodbye. Any questions so far regarding uh, shift management, my booking schedules, reservation details, the lesson? Yes, teacher Mark Anthony.
Ah, I do have questions. Are there
Mark Anthony Versosa.
yes. Can you hear me, teacher? Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just have a quick question. I'm just wondering if what if
Mm-hmm.
our lesson material wherein, let's say for example, the singing part, um, what if there are some instances or situations
Yes.
wherein the audio is not working on how, what's the tune of the song? Uh, how do we address that, or do we have to make
Mm-hmm.
our tune of the song? Just wondering.
I see. Okay. So first, instead of singing, you could just chant it. Okay. Second, yes, you can just create your own tone.
Okay,
Because sometimes if you hear H5, those are the materials wherein there's already. So you just need to listen and then you do your movements like that. But sometimes you'll just have the PDF version, just like the material you just saw, the one that I opened. So there's no audio. Okay?
okay, thank
Here.
you.
So you can create your own tone or just chant it like what said. Okay?
Okay, thank you,
Oh,
teacher.
what what do you mean by chant? For example, how's the weather today? How's the weather today? It's sunny. It's sunny. It's sunny today. Just like that. Okay? Right. So we're done with shift management. We're done with my booking schedule. Third tab that you should know, my contact log. Under my contact log, you see here the admin stream mark. Who's the admin? Teacher support, TS, TQ, the technical support, who else? Some QA, quality analyst, lesson support as well. So if ever you needed to attend a certain webinar or coaching session, you'll see here. If you applied for special plotting, SP, you know here if it's approved or not, or maybe if you requested for a leave of absence. So every day you check this also. When you log in, during your free time, before you log out. Okay? Third, oh sorry, one, two, three, fourth tab. Lesson history. Lesson history is wherein you post LM. LM means lesson memo. LA, level assessment. And then you mark the student absent here. So three things under lesson history. LM, lesson memo. LA, level assessment. And then marking the student absent. Later, in part 3 video, we'll be discussing more about lesson history. Next one, fifth tab, my students' feedback. You'll be seeing here good evaluation, positive feedback, bad evaluation, negative feedback, and also complaint. When it comes to complaint, you can make an appeal, but within 72 hours only. So that's why you also need to view this tab. Okay? Next one, lesson fee summary. Unfortunately, I cannot click this tab because you know why? Lesson fee summary, this is where you see the breakdown of your earnings, incentives, promos, what else? And penalties as well. Last but not the least, account setting. Again, I cannot click this tab. Account setting is wherein you upload your document, where you update your information. Okay? So again, to summarize everything, shift management is wherein you open and close slots. Our peak hours is at 1800s to 2030. You need to open 30 peak hour slots per cutoff. My booking schedule is where you check if you have bookings already. You click the student's name to see the reservation details. My contact log is wherein you check admin's remark. Lesson history is where you post LM, LA, and mark the student absent. My students' feedback, where you see good eval, BE, and complaint. Lesson fee summary, your earnings, incentives, promos, penalties. Account setting, where you upload your documents and update your information. Question.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, Teacher Ronsel.
About the lesson that we will be discuss on our student.
Yes.
Can we review it ahead before
Oh,
the class start?
mhm. Yes, of course you can, especially if, hold on.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, especially if you were booked ahead of time. So you can review, just click the material or textbook under reservation detail, or you can also enter in AC. AC will be discussed part 2 video. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
You're
Ma'am,
welcome.
ma'am, I have question.
Yes,
In
teacher
one,
Genevieve.
yes, in one lesson, is it okay to exceed 25 minutes or you have to maximize the 25 minutes in one lesson?
You will know later, part 2.
Okay.
Any more questions? None? If none, teachers, click take quiz. If you click take quiz, you'll be redirected to another page. It will say there part 1, part 2, and part 3. Just click part 1. Quiz number 1 has 7 questions, multiple choice. It's 2:56. Let's answer together at 3 p.m. Go. If done, answering, you click submit already. Yes, teacher Michelle.
Can we start na, ma'am?
Yes, please start. Yes, teacher. Hold on, teacher Michelle. I cannot hear you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, teacher Florin.
I can't see any details part here in open slot.
Open slot. No, kindly click already. Take quiz, and then click part 1. Answer part 1 only. All right, it's already 3 p.m. Is everybody done?
Not yet,
Yes,
ma'am.
coach.
Sure? Everybody? Okay. All right, so let's answer. If you would like to answer number one or to answer, raise your hand, please. Read the question first and then answer. Teacher Bernadette. Bernadette Haod.
How, ma'am? Sorry. Um, okay. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Number one, in which tab do you go to get or close slots? The answer here is shift management.
Very good. B. Number two, Mark Anthony.
Number two is you can check this on my booking schedule tab, except earnings and penalties.
Where do you check your earnings and penalties? In which tab?
Lesson fee summary.
Yes, very good. Lesson fee summary. Number three, who would like to answer? Teacher Marvin J.
Question number three is teachers are required to open how many slots per cutoff? Answer is 30.
Very good. Number four, Teacher Genevieve.
What is our daily peak hours? 1800 to 2030.
A. Right. Number five, Teacher Rolene.
What can you see under my students' feedback? All of the above.
And what are those?
Complaint, the positive feedback, and the negative feedback.
Good job. Number six, Teacher Ronsel.
What do you need to click in order to view the reservation details? Letter C, blame of the student.
Good job. And last, number seven, please. Yes, Teacher Stephanie.
So lesson 2 is where you can accomplish the following exam. Updating your personal information.
Where do you update your personal information?
At your account setting.
In the account setting.
Correct.
All right. So good job, everybody. We're done with part one quiz and part one video. Let's now proceed to part two. For part two, it is about air class or AC. Hold on. Please tell me if you can see my
Yes, ma'am. You can see
Yes.
your presentation.
Okay, good.
Yes, ma'am.
Part 2, Air Class.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's start.
Part 2, Air Class. Go to my booking schedule and click the AC icon. Download and install the software. An icon will appear in your computer's desktop. The username and password of your Air Class is the same as your My Page account. To enter the classroom, click on the Enter Classroom tab for a lesson in order to attend the class. All your booked classes using AC as its medium would have reservations in Air Class for a particular day. Make sure you enter the classroom 2 to 3 minutes before lesson time to avoid being tagged as late or even absent. This is what you'll see inside the AC classroom. class timer. This timer starts once the class time begins. Be mindful of this and remember that each class lasts for only 25 minutes. This is the whiteboard where you can see the lesson material. You may use the buttons below to turn the pages of the lesson. Use the chat box to send messages to the student. Please note that conducting classes without a camera on is strictly prohibited. AC recognition of erotic, violence, and political pictures. As 5-1 Talk continues to promote a safe learning environment for students, please be advised that usage of inappropriate pictures as teaching aids or background is never allowed. To prevent teachers discussing and sending inappropriate pictures in AC chat box, AC will take 2 to 5 screenshots during the lesson time. AC will not send pictures containing erotic, violence, and political pictures to the student. Failure to comply will lead to prohibition up to SA cancellation after validation. Here are some materials that can help you resolve AC issues. A complete handout will be sent to your email after the onboarding training. This is the end of part 2. The coach will now give you instructions for the assessment.
Okay, so it's quick, just 2-minute video. Okay. So during your NTC, what is NTC New Teacher Camp? That is the next stage or step after onboarding. So during your NTC, you will have thorough, detailed trainings, and one of those is navigating AC. So a while ago, I've shown you the tabs for shift management, the lesson history, that is called my page. Okay, this one. This is your my page. AC is different. AC is the application wherein you enter or exit class. I'll Let's go back to the video. So during your NTC, you'll be asked to download AC. Where can you see it? It's in the My Booking Schedule, this part here. Next, after downloading, if you click the application, it will give you this tab. So your login, your email, your username, and password for your My Page is the same on your AC. Okay? So easy peasy. But if you would like to change it in the future, just make sure you'll take note of it. Okay? Now, upon logging in, you'll be seeing this tab. So you see here again your picture and then your schedule. You see there also the dates and then how many classes you have for that day. Example, uh, November 3, teacher May has 20. Wow, a lot. 20 class. Next, you see there the time, 15:30. If it's already in progress, then you need to enter immediately. But then again, according to the video, how many minutes in advance should you enter the room?
2 to 3 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes before the lesson time. Next, teacher Hazel Marie. How many minutes should you conduct the lesson?
The lesson should be conducted within 25 minutes, coach.
25 minutes.
Yes,
So, as per teacher Genevieve's question a while ago, yes, you need to maximize the whole 25 minutes. Exit AC maybe after seconds of the 25 minutes. So 25 minutes and 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Okay, what else? When you log in, okay, when you log into your AC for the first time, you will have AC detection and face recognition. AC detection is wherein you check if your microphone, and headset are working properly. Face recognition is wherein you take a picture to show that you are camera ready. Okay, here. What else? During your classes, please always turn on your camera. There are times that a student would just turn off his or camera the entire time, but that doesn't give you an opportunity to close your camera as well. So no matter what happens, your camera should be turned on. Okay? The teaching aids and visual aids, unfortunately, will not be given to you. So if you can make your own, please do so. Okay? When it comes to your teaching aids, visual aids, please be careful also. Again, we have the ZTP. So ZTP also applies for the material that you are using also, your teaching aids. Don't use inappropriate pictures or scary pictures, knowing that it would be Halloween soon. All right? Okay. So for now,
Yes, ma'am.
what you need to remember when it comes to AC, your My Page and AC logs are the same. Always turn on your camera when teaching. Don't use inappropriate pictures. Enter 2 to 3 minutes ahead of time and maximize the whole 25 minutes. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So during your NTC, you will have another training for AC wherein you'll be navigating inside AC. What are the tools that you can use, how to use it during class. So don't worry. Okay? Do you have any questions? Yes, teacher Marvin J.
Yes, ma'am. I noticed earlier that during the AC, do we have a lot of students in one sitting or only one
One.
student?
Yeah, so your class is 1v1.
Okay, understood. That would
Yeah.
be all.
Teacher Mark Anthony.
Ah, yes, ma'am. I do have a. Oh, let me unmute. Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, yes. I have a quick questions. As we teachers, for the introduction part, for the warm up part, before we proceed with the proper lesson, is it possible we can upload a video like Baby Shark, nursery song in AC,
Mm-hmm.
inside AC? I mean, so it would be fun and lively, or it's just us that we should make up our own
Mm-hmm.
warm up song before the proper lesson to energize and motivate the student. And you just do to break up the communication barrier.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So when building rapport, everybody, okay, yes, you can make your own. You can show video like Baby Shark, right? Especially if you don't have yet the tagging H5. Okay. But then again, you just have limited time. 25 minutes is not that long. You would know during that lesson, especially if your students are level 0 or beginner. You will take time asking them their name because they're not answering. So if you let the student watch like a video of baby shark, how many minutes is that? It will consume uh quite some time. And you will not be you maybe most probably you will not be able to finish the material on time. So just be careful. So to answer teacher Mark Anthony, yes, you can create your own warm up. You can show videos, but make sure you will be able to manage your time wisely. Because still, you need to give quality lesson. Okay? Any more questions?
Mom,
Yes, teacher Florin.
Mom, there's a current interruption in the center of the class. Uh, then the class is disabled. Uh, is it paid or not?
Okay. So, when it comes to power interruption, if there are interruption in the middle of class, if we can re-enter, then re-enter right away. Then the class will be paid. All right. But if there's interruption and you weren't able to introduce any target word at all, then it is not paid. If the student is absent, you'll be paid half your rate. Okay? Any more questions? Yes, teacher Michelle. Last question before we proceed. Yes. Oh, you're on mute. I cannot hear you.
Okay. Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I have a question. Let's say, for example, like there is some like natural disasters or typhoon or any
Mm-hmm.
thunderstorms that is being broadcast, and there's no power or electricity, even internet connection. So how can we address that?
Later, we'll be talking about that during part 3 video. If you
Okay,
will be
thank you, ma'am.
absent or if you cannot conduct lessons.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay?
yes, ma'am.
All right. So if I forget to address your question, just raise your hand again. Okay, teacher Michelle.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody, please go to your candidacy portal and then click part 2. Part 2 only has 5 questions, true or false. If there are actions regarding number 5, I'll address that later. Okay? But for now, it's already 3:19. Let's answer together at 3:22. 3 minutes. Go. All right, is everybody done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sure. Everybody?
Yes.
Then, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Already finished.
Okay. So, you'll be answering number 1 to 4 and I'll be answering number 5. Okay? Let's start. Number 1, Teacher Rachel. Oh, sorry. You're not Rachel nga pala. Sorry. Marjorie Pacho Andres.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry for that. Number one, the username and password of UAC. Number 40, air class. Then number 41 is the same as your my page account. The answer is true.
It's true. Very good. Teacher Marjorie, kindly turn on your camera, please. Okay. And sorry about that 1441. That is supposed to be just open parenthesis and then
I'm
close
sorry.
parentheses. That's fine there.
I'm
So
still exploring.
that's fine. That's all right. So number one, answer is true. Number two, Kate Ashley Uy.
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Number two, you should enter the room exactly on the lesson time. False.
Why is it false?
You should enter the room at least 2 to 3 minutes before the lesson time.
Very good. Number three, teacher Michelle.
You may teach with either camera on or off. False.
False. Very good. Sorry, number three pa lang, right?
Number three. Yes,
Number
I'm
ma'am.
three.
sorry.
Number three.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Each class lasts 25 minutes. It's true.
True. Very good. And number
Okay.
four, sorry, it's already answered. Four is false. Always turn on your camera. And for number five, the usage of inappropriate pictures like teaching aids or background is never allowed. The answer is true. Okay? So if you answered true, I'll be rechecking that. Though it will not be
Yes.
changed anymore if you check later. But on my list, if you answer true, you'll be correct. We're done, teachers, with part 2 video and part 2 quiz. Let's proceed with part 3. Part 3 is about completing the lesson.
Okay.
Hold on, let me. Here, can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good.
Part
Yes,
3,
ma'am.
completing a lesson.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Hold on. Let me just mute everybody. Let's start.
Part 3, completing a lesson. After conducting a lesson with your student, you need to go to the Lesson History tab to submit a lesson memo. Look for your student's name and click Undone, which is in purple so you can access the lesson memo page. Fill out the lesson memo page. Make sure you leave at least one correction each. For Part 1 pronunciation and Part 2 grammar and syntax. Dashes or not applicable are considered unqualified entries. Students may complain you submit unqualified lesson memos. Once you have submitted your lesson memo, the word undone will be changed to posted. This is an indicator that you have successfully submitted the memo. The time of completion will also be recorded by the system. Teachers, always remember to finish the lesson memo in order for your student to know your expert's opinion on his/her performance and also for you to keep track if your student is progressing. A class is only considered done once the lesson memo is posted. Remember, no lesson memo, no pay. For regular lessons, kindly be reminded of these deadlines. For lessons from 6 a.m. to 12 o'clock and in the deadline is 1400 of the same day. For lessons from 12:30 to 1800 the deadline is 2000 of the same day. For lessons from 1830 to 2300 the deadline is 9 a.m. of the next day. Again, no lesson memo, no pay. So please make sure to submit your lesson memos on time. Reliability in the platform is very important. It is not enough that you have excellent communication skills. You should also make sure that you are able to attend and conduct every single booked lesson. Reliable teachers build a good reputation for themselves and the platform. As a teacher, how would your students want to remember you? Reliable teachers get more bookings because they have more satisfied students, who in turn become their regular students. If you are absolutely sure that you cannot conduct a booked lesson, use the self-tag function on Shift Management or inform lesson support through SMS. Penalty will apply to all missed lessons regardless of the means of notification. To tag yourself absent, go to Shift Management. Click the boy icon on the schedule or lesson that you cannot attend. Once tagged absent, penalties will apply depending on the time you're informed us of your absence. Teachers with excessive and no notification absences will be prohibited from opening upon reaching the following instances. Excessive absences and no notification. Be mindful of your unbooked slots. It is your responsibility as a teacher to close it in any event that you cannot attend to it due to absolute reasons. When your account is on preventive lock, you can still log into my page and conduct booked lessons. Teacher penalty disputes. Absent appeal is a form of request on your absent penalty to be reviewed for exemption upon submission of valid proof with justification as to why it should be considered. Please take note of the list below. Bereavement. ER cases with confinement. Life-threatening robbery. Life-threatening fire. Incorrect penalty. Incorrect incentive. Incorrect project incentive. AC or system concern. Confirmed AC or system outage. Natural calamity. Late in leave early penalty. Part of being reliable is conducting a 25-minute lesson. Students pay for full 25-minute lesson and teachers are expected to deliver this at the agreed time. Late and leave early is one of the top driver of complaints and causes refund. Please do your best to avoid these attendance issues to improve your renewal and earning. To avoid being late and leaving the classroom early, please make sure to enter the classroom 2 to 3 minutes before your class. Be mindful of your booked lesson time. Make it a habit to check the time in your AC classroom. Due to certain incidents or reasons, your student might not attend the class even if she has booked your open class. If that happens, you have to mark the student absent. How do you mark the student absent? Go to Lesson History and click Mark Student Absent. Step 1. Click Mark Student Absent. Step 2. Choose the reason for your student's absence based on the situation. Step 3. Upload screenshots as proof that your student wasn't in for the lesson, include timestamps. Step 4. Hit Submit. Important reminders. Always conduct a full 25-minute lesson. If the whole material was discussed and finished before 25 minutes, do exercises, knowledge check, and recap to consume the full 25 minutes. You can mark a student absent 15 minutes into the lesson. Once student is tagged absent, you may leave the AC classroom. Do not post a lesson memo. In case student is late, less than 15 minutes into the lesson, please conduct the lesson to the best of your ability and end it on the 25th minute as defined on the lesson details. How to ACE your students' expectations and avert complaints. Avoid missing booked lessons. Avoid entering the class late. Conduct a full 25-minute lesson. Always open your video. Make sure your internet connection is stable. Be patient and focus on your lessons. Post accurate lesson memo. Don't post the lesson memo if you or your student is absent. Ensure that your teaching environment meets the 51 Talk standards. Background, lighting, attire. This is the end of part 3. Before the assessment, let's all take a 10-minute break. Please make sure to be back in time for the assessment and discussion.
So, like what the video said, we'll be having a 10-minute break. It's already 3:33 on my side. Please be back at 3:43. Okay? Right. See you, teachers.